What's up, my fellow Toku nerds and fellow Skylander nerds? It's that time again, and most likely gonna be the last time, judging on how the voting is going. But this is another episode of Kamen Rider in Skylanders. This time we're doing Kabuto, a fan favorite, might add. You guys let me know what you think, Kabuto. I've seen clips of it. I can't really pirate it. So, you guys let me know what you think. And let me know if any of these elements in Battle Class fit the aesthetic with Kabuto. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This is another tech-heavy season. Because, well, all the suits feel very mechanical. It does help that there's, different, they're more identifiable with the animals, or insects in this case. So, it does help in that front. But still, there's gonna be a lot of tech elements here and there. So, forgive me on that front. But, without further ado, let's get started with Kamen Rider Kabuto himself. Now, Kabuto is interesting. I think I've seen a couple different weapons that he uses. He uses a gun and kind of like a dagger in reverse grip. Social Arts would get a kick out of that one. Just saying. But, I couldn't. This one is kind of like a heads or tails. I think Tech Brawler makes the most sense for Kabuto. The footage from I've seen, he is more hand-to-hand combat, but I think I'm going to lean towards more the adaptability of a brawler, just because he can change between a dagger and a gun at a given time. So, that's what I'm going with. Tech Brawler. You guys let me know what you think. For the hyper form, the Godspeed form, to go back in time, basically. Anything time relevant, that's gotta be at least elite tier, if not boost, legendary boost. But, I think for Battle Class, I think what I've seen, I'm gonna go with Bazooka. Just because, So, the interesting thing about the weapon, it is a hybrid of a sword and a gun that uses all these vectors from Kabuto. The Wasp, Drake, and Sasort. But I think Bazooka is going to be the best route for that. I could have gone Knight. I could have. But I think Bazooka is more relevant for this form, I guess. But I could be completely wrong. Again, I have not seen Kabuto. So this is just going by initial instincts. So that's where I'm leaning towards. As for deciding if it's going to be legendary and elite, I'm going to go with Elite Tech Bazooka. That's what I'm going for Kabuto Hyperform. So that's what I got. So up next, we got Gatak, the secondary rider. Now, this one's interesting for element-wise, because I'm not really sure about the element. I know the weapon. Swashbuckler, because he does have two swords when he gets with the cast-off armor. Which, that's what I'm leaning towards for all of these. The cast-off forms, not the armor forms themselves. If we're the armor forms, it'd be Bazooka, just because shoulder cannons. there's that. Again, going cast off. We're going swashbuckler for weapon. And I think we're going with air this time. I would say tech. Well, then again, I could do the swap air tech. Just because there's that technology side. But I think air is a little bit more fluid. Just because of that swashbuckler aspect. But I think I'm going to stick with air swashbuckler. Just because that's what makes sense in my case. I'm trying to be a little different for these as best I can. There's always going to be some sort of tech elements through these. So, yeah, spice it up here and there. So, I'm going to say air swashbuckler for Gattack. As for Gattack's hyper form, I'm going to go with... Is that the same level as Kabuto hyper? Technically the same. So, this might be the first time ever that I might do this. But we're going to go Elite Air Tech. We're going to go Elite Boost, Air Tech Swap, Swashbuckler for Gattack. Just because it does lean more towards that tech vibe in Hyperform. And it's pretty much a Hyperform like Kabuto, but for Gattack. So, that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with for Gattack. Up next, we got Zabi. It is very weird that it's a wasp, but the rider name is Zabi. With Za. Is that just weird to me? I don't know. Anywho. Brawler for sure, just because his henshin device is pretty much a fist pump, fist strike stinger. So, what else was I supposed to do with that? As for element, I'm going to go life. And here's my reasoning. Bumble Blast from Skylanders. That's all you need to know. You know, you know. So, Kamen Rider Zabi, Life Brawler. No further explanations. Moving on. Up next is Drake. Again, I'm trying to be a little more unique about these. The weapon is going to be Quick Shot. I don't think his henshin / weapon is worth the bazooka. But I feel Quick Shot makes the most sense out of this. So there's that. And hear me out. Hear me out for a sec. Most of the time you see dragonflies around water. So, and again, I think this one's a little bit more tech-based. So I'm willing to do a swap tech water quick shot for Kamen Rider Drake. Again, you find dragonflies near water. This is a tech-heavy form, so that's what I'm going with. Makes sense. It makes sense to me. So, there's that for Kamen Rider Drake. Kamen Rider Saw Sword. Night class, obviously. He uses a freaking sword, people. Come on. That one's easy. As for element, there's a couple different ways I could go about that. Like, I could go undead, just because some of the Skylanders in there do involve a poison aspect, like Pit Boss or some others I can't really think of at the top of my head. Rowshake. Not Pit Boss. What was I thinking? Rowshake. I was thinking Rowshake. But I could also go for Earth, because there is a Skylander, Scorp. He's a scorpion. That also leans towards that poison aspect. So, I think for this case, I'm gonna go for Earth Knight, only because of that Scorp Skylander factor. That's what I'm going with. So, there's that. Up next, we got Kamen Rider, Kick Hopper, and Punch Hopper. No other explanations other than Brawler. Brawler class, easy peasy. Element, I think... I'm gonna have to go with straight tech on this one. Yeah. Straight tech for Punch and Kick Hopper. So, altogether, both of these, yes, I'm doing them together because they're essentially the same, just with Punch and Kick difference. So, Kamen Rider, Punch Hopper, and Kick Hopper, we're going Tech Brawler. That's pretty much it. Up next, we got Dark Kabuto. Obviously, we're going for the same with Kabuto. But we're adding the swap Dark to it. Just because, well, it's in the name. Dark Kabuto. Kamen Rider Dark Kabuto. Why can't... There should be no reason why I shouldn't put Dark in there. It makes sense. It makes sense, people. So, Kabuto, Dark Kabuto, sorry, is going to be swap, Tech, Dark, Brawler. Just like Kabuto. Regular Kabuto. Fair enough? Fair enough. Up next, we got the 3 Hercules Beetles from the Kabuto movie. Hercus. Hercus. Kamen Hercus. I've seen it a few times, and I'm like, there's not much to it. So, it is a sword, so Tech Knight. That's the best I can give. You guys let me know what you think. You guys let me know. Next, we got Ketaros. Ketaros. This one's just like a buffier version of Hercus, I guess. I think same thing. I'm thinking same thing. Just Tech Knight. He uses a sword, I guess. That's what I got. And then Kakis. Kamen Rider Kakis. Caucasus. I believe I spelled that right, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. This one's a hard one. That one's kind of tricky. These guys are tricky, period. I don't know what else am I supposed to do with them. So, I will say, Kakis is more regal. So it deserves more than just tech. I feel like it's worth adding another element to a swap combination. And I think like Earth Tech Knight is the best route for it. These 3, I have no clue. I'm leaving it up to your guys' hands on this one. If you guys are interested in doing this. So, I believe that is it. That is all the Kamen Riders from Sorry, take a sword. That is all the Kamen Riders from Kamen Rider Kabuto. I have no clue if I'm gonna make another one. And this is why I posted a poll. Because in this series, I think I only ever got 1 like out of this entire series. And that was from Ryuki. So, Ryuki had a lot more riders, so a lot more variations. But, I don't know how Faust Plates does this. He's doing Pokemon types with Kamen Riders. So I figure I'd throw my own spin onto this, doing Skylander element and battle class with adding chaos boost with a chaos element, elite, and legendary boosts. But it seems I'm not hitting the right buttons for the people. So this might be the last one for a while unless someone asks. So that's pretty much all I got. So sorry to leave it on a downer. That's just how I feel. But make sure you stay up to date for any other upcoming videos about anything else on this channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, stay up to date, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, take care.